folks.
It's a real thing.
The Edge Morning Show.
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Edge Morning Show.
With Chris Knight, Eric Johnson, Fox 2's Faust, and Tabitha Hassell.
The Edge starts now.
Greetings.
Welcome to the show.
Why is there a watermelon?
You said you wanted watermelon.
And also,
August 3rd is National Watermelon Day.
Ooh, watermelon.
Holy watermelon!
National Watermelon Day today.
Very impressed with this seedless watermelon. They've done it. We now have seedless watermelon.
National Watermelon Day.
Come on. It's showtime.
Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the show. You're listening to The Edge on this August 3rd, 8:03. Thanks for joining us today, as always. Eric Johnson will be here. Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassell, and Faust to Fox 2. If you want to give us a call, as always. You know the number. Maybe you do, 636-695-2915. You can also get us on ViperRocks.com. Once again, ViperRocks.com. And, of course, Facebook 100.7 The Viper. Hope everybody's doing well. I know for this show, I kind of have some sad news, guys, right off the bat. I'm Vic Faust to Fox 2, if I didn't say that. Did I say that?
I don't know.
That's right. You never listen.
I don't
anyway,
pay attention to you.
I'm Tabitha. I just look at my phone all day.
I do.
Eric's not here to put you in your place. So.
That's right.
When he walks in, you cower and you
cower?
Yeah, you scoot yourself back into the corner and you're like, I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
I know.
I'm sorry.
You're so right. I'm so scared of Eric.
Our friend, Deanna Price. Remember Deanna Price, Tabitha? Probably
Of course. Of course I do.
Who's Deanna Price?
She was the Olympic athlete,
Very good.
The hammer thrower person.
The hammer thrower person. Eric wanted to attach you to her chain
exactly.
so she could launch you into Mars.
How could I not forget that?
She could do her circle with you attached to the chain. You're looking at me like...
She was very bubbly and happy. I liked her a lot.
Tabitha, are you all right? You're looking at me like you're barely awake.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm perfectly
anyway,
fine.
Deanna,
I'm doing a little experiment this morning, so I might be a little distracted.
Deanna only finished 8th in the hammer throw early this morning.
Oh.
I know. She had the number 1 throw in the world, and then she only finished 8th. We have... Yeah, I reached out to her to see if she can check in with us, see if she can call us from China.
Yeah.
Or Tokyo.
She was so
or
sweet.
wherever she may be. Anyway, sad news there. The other St. Louis and Gwen Berry, who we met Deanna from because of the controversy with her turning her back on the flag. And she's from St. Louis, go figure. 2 of our top 3 Americans are from St. Louis area. Gwen finished 11th, but it was not a good day. And that's kind of what it's turned out with the Olympics. I mean, we've had some incredible performances by American athletes, but not only is America probably going to lose the overall medal count, now it looks like we're getting crushed in the gold medal count. This isn't what America is used to at the Olympics, that's for sure.
Right, we're used to prevailing.
China is dominating. I mean, they lead by 10 or over 10 medals for gold medals, and now we're tied in overall medal count. For us not to win, it's bizarre, but...
It is, but things have changed so much in this country, so much, and everything has a trickle-down effect.
Simone Biles got back to compete. She was in the uneven bar. She got a bronze, and that's fine for her. And I know that getting back out there was probably good, but, that's not exactly what we were looking for. So, anyway, that's that. All right, coming up on the show today, we're going to set the stage. Very interesting. Even headline on the Post-Dispatch. County Health Chief, talking about St. Louis County Health Chief's Cons, claims of racist harassment undercut by video and police testimony. Yet Sam Page continues to double down on this guy.
Of course he does.
This guy's something else. I mean, he is a piece of you-know-what.
Yes, he is. I agree completely.
For doing what he's doing. He got 500 doctors, or somebody got 500 to sign.
I saw that.
Oh, he is so honest, and video shows this guy.
We have video and testimony from police officers.
Police officers spoke last night. We'll talk about that. You're going to talk about products today that we're losing for whatever reason. did you see Fox 2 story last night? California is pretty much, they're like saying, screw the hog farmers.
Yes.
Bacon going away.
Exactly.
In the state of California.
I know. I did see that.
I'm sorry. California is such a messed up place. It really is. It is a messed up state.
Yeah, because they instituted some type of rules which hog farmers cannot comply with.
Oh my
So they're
gosh.
like,
well, no, they're trying to give more. They're trying to get more space for the other farmers.
right. But now people can buy bacon from other states. They just won't be producing it in California.
I know it's just a little bit more difficult. Becomes a whole lot more expensive.
Yeah, well, there's a pork shortage anyway.
Hey, would you like to have your bacon this morning for $30? So anyway, we'll get into that. COVID numbers are going way, 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 way high. They really are. So are the hospitalizations. I mean, it hasn't stopped, unfortunately. That's where we are. We have got the crisis at the border that continues, the disaster at the border. So lots to get into. Always taking your advice. And the homeless encampments begin in St. Louis City. We're starting to see those around the country as well. I've heard people think that it's great, and I've heard people talk about how it's very inhumane. So I don't know what's right or what's wrong with that. All I know is that it's certainly been a talk about. And McDonald's making mask mandatory for all customers and staff. So with vaccines, the report now coming out, 70% of all Americans have now had at least one shot of the vaccine. 70%. Hello?
Yes. I'm paying attention.
I'm looking at you and you're playing with your hair. I'm like, Tabitha, I'm trying to talk to you.
I am paying attention. I just
Chris,
was listening to your little
Chris,
rundown of.
Do you have anybody else we
morning
can put
news.
it that we can put in Tabitha? I can tell when Tabitha is like out of it.
No, I'm actually not out of it at all. I'm just listening to your headlines.
Okay. There's our situation. We kick it off right now, right off the bat. Okay. Last night, County Council didn't show any video last night, but the video circulating.
Most of us have seen the video.
You can get the video through. My friend Greg Keller got it, and he couldn't tell me. Greg Keller, we're going to have on the show, by the way. He's one of the country's top campaign man, Republican strategist. He was the campaign manager for Kanye West presidential run, which, by the way, people may laugh. Which, by the way, was super, super successful. Super successful.
Yeah, he got at least 1% of the vote.
Super successful when it comes to money.
Yes.
Super.
So in other words, Kanye paid a lot of money to get that 1% of the vote.
Super successful. Greg got his hands on the video. He showed it. You can get it with some sunshine request law, so we've put those in. But video shows, again, this guy, nobody touched him.
No.
Nobody came near him.
No.
Last night, St. Louis County Council, he refused to show up.
Yes.
He didn't show up. Police officers, several Clayton and St. Louis County police officers testified before council that the only things that they even heard the entire night were boos, jeers, we don't agree with you. There was no cussing. There was no racist comments from the moment he walked from the podium to the moment he left the building. He was on video or escorted by police. They said none of it happened. Nobody came near him. Yet you have Sam Page still out there saying, I believe him. It was horrible how he was treated. And then the con guy, I won't call him the con
man.
UK, thank you. You said it. Then comes out and releases a statement after our reporters there, Barker, did a story last night, tripling down. It happened. Then yesterday on NPR radio, apparently he said, well, what happened to me you can't see on video. No other human saw it. He literally said that. You want to talk about...
The police officer standing next to him didn't hear it or see it.
And he said, well, it's not on video. And of course, he didn't say this from the get-go. The story keeps changing as it goes on.
I've noticed that,
This
too.
is the narrative for St. Louis County. It's for Sam Page. And the sad thing is, Tabitha, that there are people who still, because they don't get in, believe it.
They will believe him.
And
they don't need to see the video. They will just take his word for it.
And then try to change it into, well, this is about COVID.
Of course.
COVID. Everything goes back to COVID.
And allegedly, he's told some people that it didn't even happen in that room It was somewhere else altogether.
Yeah, because video already showed that from the moment.
We know it doesn't happen in that room.
Well, it doesn't. Well, there's 2 rooms.
He keeps changing the
Chamber,
story.
lobby, to the elevator,
Correct.
downstairs.
He claims it happened. Now I think he's claiming it happened in the lobby.
No.
Well, which we know didn't happen either.
No.
He's
There's
lost
video.
his mind. But you know what? When people lie in the public eye, they have to double down because if they don't, they're going to look obviously like the liar they
Well,
are.
the sad thing for me now is the fact, and you know how I handle myself. It's give us proof. Everybody deserves an opportunity to speak. But now, St. Louis County, Sam Page, your county executive, is doubling down on this, tripling down on this. This is what you voted in. This is what you voted in. If this is what you want, fine. If you don't want it, you've got to continue to hammer him in his office with calls, phone calls, emails, showing up, protest, whatever it takes, because it's not going to stop.
No. I'm so frustrated over the whole situation.
From the Facebook message line, it happened in the ladies' room.
Yeah, in the ladies' room.
That's great.
That's the only place it could
Hey,
have
Chris,
happened.
you awake today, dude? Good morning, man.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some stuff.
I haven't heard you. You just kind
Fish
of.
ain't here, and we've got weird stuff going on. So.
Oh my God. Okay. Also, as I look down at the Facebook line, possibly another message here. Tracy, some woman named Tracy McDonald Blevins.
Who's that?
Chimed in. Have you guys talked about 12-year-old Maddie from Ohio's reaction?
No.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm not aware of what that is either. I haven't heard about that, Tracy.
Tracy. TMB, let us know what that is because we have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I haven't heard about that one. And there have been so many bad reactions.
Well, I'm also, and I appreciate the message line. What's going on with Five Guys in Creve Coeur? Are they now?
They're forcing masks. They're forcing masks.
And don't get caught up in the headlines. Sometimes how we write things in news or how you see it. Several restaurants and bars now wanting to see your vaccine card. That's not true.
It was
There's a
small
couple.
handful.
There's a couple under 4 in Tower Grove. That's it. In Tower Grove.
All places that are very liberal establishments.
But once again, as I said, 70% of Americans have at least gotten the first shot. So that's where you are with that standpoint. Okay, so I wish it was different, guys. But here's what we got. Oh, and this morning, by the way, in the 11th hour, first of all, Missouri Governor Mike Parsons says HB 271 stopped any mask mandate in St. Louis County.
Correct.
The state's top attorney, Eric Schmidt, said there's no mask mandate. St. Louis County Council, made up of white men, African-American females, Democrats, Republicans, bipartisan-led group, said there's no mask mandate. Sam Page said there was. That was it. Well, at the 11th hour, Sam Page tried to take it to federal court. They laughed him out of court, literally over the weekend. Laughed him out. Scolded him, the judge, and sent him right back to the St. Louis Circuit Court. So there's another hearing scheduled for this morning at 9:30. That is when it's supposed to officially be over. That's supposed to happen today. But when you look at numbers, I don't know, does it concern you? Here's what you got. You're talking about 452 hospitalizations. That's a lot on COVID compared to where we were in the past. But the metropolitan area is 2.8 million people. We've already talked about the hospital situation. They've got more room, but they're not having the staff to take care of it. They're not doing what it takes to get the staff. There was also another 26 people in ICU. There were 100. Here's what it is: 26 people in the ICU on July 2nd.
With COVID?
Yes. Now there's 124. They say COVID.
Correct.
There was only 13 people on ventilators a month ago. Now there's 57. This is what's interesting. The Pandemic Task Force, they say that there's been 36 deaths in the last 7 days, about 5 deaths a day. A month ago, they said hospitals only had 9 deaths over a 7-day stretch. What I'm curious to know, we also reported 20. Here's what they reported. I'm going to try to make a call today about this. They reported 21 deaths in the last 3 days. And, of course, that comes from the weekend. 21 deaths due to COVID or COVID-related issues. Tabitha, break that down. What is that?
COVID-related issues?
Yes.
I mean, that could be, I would assume that is someone that has pneumonia or maybe kidney failure.
So we're going
and
to
also has COVID.
So we're going to chalk it up to COVID.
Well, COVID can cause those things, but I don't think they can prove that COVID caused them. If somebody has
That's
COVID,
my point.
and they're also having these other health issues, there's no definitive way to say, I don't think, well, COVID caused this.
That's why these things get lumped in. And I'm like, be careful of what is said and how things are presented. I even had, and it frustrates the hell out of me because it's about the con situation. I had somebody who I work with put in writing when I was talking about the stories, what does it matter if there's proof if somebody was assaulted or not? If they say they were, shouldn't we believe them?
No.
And I'm like, what the hell? Literally, this.
That would be like me saying Chris assaulted me when he came in this morning.
Exactly.
We're all here. We all see it. We know it didn't happen. But just because I say it happened, people have to
I said,
believe
yeah,
it.
but when there's video evidence that says otherwise and you're making claims like that,
you absolutely cannot
eventually
do that. No.
The person came around, but the person is very liberal.
Of course.
And brings that to work. When you're a journalism major, when you're a journalism employee, you can't bring it to work. You just can't. Sad. Sad.
It is sad. It's extreme. It's not like he said someone raped him or molested him. He said that somebody called him racial slurs and physically threatened him, which we know did not happen. Didn't happen.
From the Facebook line, what about filing false allegations? Shouldn't he be fired? Well, yeah, I think he should be fired.
He should be fired.
But even as of last week, as of last Friday, even Tim Fitch with St. Louis County Council said he didn't think he should have been fired. He said he made a mistake. He said he should be suspended. But now that he continues to double down, triple down.
Right. I don't agree with Fitch. I think he needs to be fired. It's unbecoming of someone in his
But he won't
position.
be fired now because here's the problem. Paige went in all in him.
Of course.
So
well,
when Paige went in on, well,
I know. Wishful thinking, right?
There's going to be another county meeting tonight now, and
yes,
we'll
there
see where they
is.
go from that. All right, we're just getting started rock and roll, and that's a fast 20 minutes for you. Eric Johnson just walked in. He'll be in. Chris Knight's here. Tabitha Hassell and Big Faust of Fox 2. We'll see what happened with this 12-year-old girl. Maybe we'll get a message, something of that nature, of what they were talking about. Tabitha's going to get us updated on the products you're going to be losing.
It's a long list.
Is it really?
It is.
So many more people who you know getting COVID despite being fully vaccinated. We talked about Lindsey Graham. There's a whole long list of people. How do you feel about that? Oh, get your vaccine. So all of us getting our vaccine. When's the next one coming? I don't know. We'll talk about that as well. Lots to get to. You're listening to The Edge. We'll take your phone calls as well. 636-695-2915. You can listen to us on ViperRocks.com and at 100.7 The Viper. Plus, The Morning Edge on YouTube. We got it all. It's all right there for you. We'll be right back with more right after this.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Live on 100.7.
The Viper.
Spectrum Glass is known for their quality work on windshields, but they do so much more. Spectrum Glass also specializes in residential, commercial, and automotive window tinting. Reduce the heat, reduce the fading, and increase your comfort with professional window tinting from Spectrum Glass. Serving St. Charles and surrounding counties since 1995, Spectrum Glass is still your premier company for windshield replacement. And with free mobile service, they come to you. 636-294-1800 on Facebook and SpectrumGlassOnline.com.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills all from the palm of your hand. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net for more information and to start using mobile banking. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Curtis Parks. I am the owner of Complete Auto Body and Repair. Family owned and operated since 1973. We've seen a lot of storms. We know what we're doing. We're here to help. Complete Auto Body and Repair has multiple locations in the St. Louis area that handles hail damage and storm damage. So if you had an issue or have an experience where you had to turn in a claim, please reach out to us. We'll handle all the red tape. We are Complete Auto Body and Repair. We handle everything from start to finish. If it's not perfect, it's not complete. Others can't compete with Complete Auto Body.
Dad, and service!
Oh yeah, and service.
Our homes are where we feel the most happy, safe, and secure. So when you see cracked drywall, uneven floors, or basement wall cracks, you want to make sure it's fixed forever. Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts, can restore your home's value. So call toll-free at 888-900-1721 for a free estimate. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods Basement Systems. Discount offer from Woods at viperbasements.com. That's viperbasements.com.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For indifferent customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Hi, this is Eric Joya, sales manager at the all-new Travers Automotive and RV at I-70 and TR Hughes. I'm personally inviting you to come see our awesome selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Travers Automotive and RV has the largest inventory of lifted trucks and Jeep Wranglers in the market. Our new location also has RVs from Mesa Ridge and Open Range, and a huge selection of pre-owned as well. Come see me and my team at Travers Automotive and RV, I-70 at TR Hughes, TraversAutoandRV.com.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish is...
It's pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Eric Johnson's here now. I'm looking at Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassell. She's trying to stay awake. Eric walked in the studio, looked right at her, and said, "You're either sick or you have COVID."
Neither.
I looked at her, I was like, something's off.
She's got COVID. I'm telling you.
I definitely do not
I'm
have
telling
COVID.
you
She's
right
got
now.
the variant now?
You want to bet?
I 100%
How can you
do
tell?
not have COVID.
Because she's had this little sniffle thing going on when I walked out here.
Something's
No,
off.
And now look, she's trying to talk past the sniffle thing now. Look at me.
I don't have any sniffles. I've had a sinus infection for like a year.
That's how Lindsey Graham started, remember?
I definitely do not have COVID. I will show you my negative COVID result from when I went to a doctor appointment.
I think she needs a passport.
You do test a lot, don't you? You test a bunch,
Hey,
right?
now.
Haven't you had like 8,
I'll
9
kick
tests?
you off it, so you're pretty close to me.
I'm just saying, I'm glad she's by you, not me.
Do you have some, do we have toothpicks in there?
Toothpicks?
Yeah,
Why?
hold your eyes open.
Oh my gosh. I'm fine.
Look,
Chris, can we look at Tabitha?
Tabitha.
Let's put, there it is. Everybody just check Tabitha out and look at her.
I'm perfectly fine.
if you kill any one of us, we're going to be pissed.
If I kill one of you?
Yeah, you need to go get checked.
Says the rocker who brought COVID in here like 3 times.
Exactly. I just had a doctor appointment last week.
Yeah.
Negative on the COVID.
Okay.
Why did you have a doctor's appointment?
Because I have an eye doctor that will not see anyone unless they test for COVID.
Oh, convenient.
And I have a vitreous detachment, so I have to go
But you
to
have
the
a
eye
what?
doctor. A vitreous detachment.
What is your vitreous attachment?
It is a nightmare is what it is. A nightmare. It's like a little bug flying around by my eye all
Maybe
day.
what you really
Driving
have
me
is
nuts.
worse than COVID. And who cares?
A vitreous
Tab.
attachment?
Detachment.
Detachment?
It hangs from her.
It is
Never.
not fun. I'll tell you that much. It's horrible.
I'm just going to.
Horrible.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
It's
All
like
right.
having a giant floater in your eye forever.
I'm done with this conversation. I can't take it anymore.
You started it.
I did.
You
I
started it.
was talking about nice and clean
I
stuff
was
like
over
COVID.
here-
And she's talking about floaters.
I was
talking
over
about
here
floaters.
minding my own
Giant
business.
floaters.
And detachments. Oh.
I was over here minding my own
Her
business.
foot falls off in the middle of the show.
You're the one coming in, knocking junk in the trash.
She said she had a giant floater. Leave it to Tabitha.
Okay.
But Tabitha also said she floats
I know.
when she's
I
in
do
a pool.
float.
She can't swim.
I don't understand why
You
anyone
said
drowns.
you fall
You
in
could
the.
just
You
float.
said you fall in the pool and you float.
I said, if.
We found her in the ocean. She died of a sunburn.
Tabitha's the floater.
I said I don't know how to swim if I fell in.
She was floating in the
float.
ocean for 20 days.
Oh.
Okay.
No, she told us. She said
I know.
She falls in the pool or something and floats on her back.
I know.
I never said that.
That doesn't
Yes,
suck.
I said
You don't
I
even need a raft.
know how to
That's
swim.
awesome.
And if I fell into some deep water, I at least know how to float.
I think that counts as knowing how to swim if you can't drown. If you can just float there, then you know how to swim.
Yeah.
You're like an inflatable tube.
She's a floater. She's
I'm
a human
floater.
floater.
We're sorry, Tab. Just go get checked out, would you? We appreciate it.
Okay.
You just look off. You look off. Anyway, back to COVID.
Yeah,
literally.
fine.
Back to COVID and Con. Eric, you heard us talking about Con.
I did.
This, I don't know where it's going to end up right now. I really don't,
Yeah.
because now this could totally disappear right now, or it could become a bigger deal. But county council's not going to push for him to be fired. And he doesn't want an investigation.
He's insignificant at this point,
yeah,
isn't he?
that's how I think. I think it's the
Page
unfortunate
is
thing
insignificant. As of 11 o'clock today, Sam Page becomes just a dead weight for the county.
boob.
He does, because look, the county council has showed they're the boss. They're the boss of the St. Louis County politics, really, because it's a bipartisan vote, 5-2. You now have the state of Missouri walking their asses into court today, saying this guy's done. Don't listen to him. St. Louis County, you have no mandate. As of today, if you listen to Fox 2 this evening, Fox 2 is going to now say there is no mask mandate in St. Louis County.
Hey,
Seriously.
When the St. Louis Post-Dispatch is calling out your story, you know you have some problems.
Yeah, you have problems. You really
have
do.
Major problems.
You have no allies.
I want to get to that story. 12-year-old girl and her family. It's in Ohio. You can look it up. You can Google it. 12-year-old girl, her and her family went before a hearing. She's in a wheelchair now, 12-year-old. They voluntarily took place in a COVID study for kids. She's now in a wheelchair, struggling beyond belief.
Yes, I did hear about that.
And mom came before the panel and spoke, said we're pro-science.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when people say that, because you know what? People who aren't crazy about the vaccine are pro-science,
Yes.
okay? But anyway, they said we were pro-vaccine, and that's why we looked forward to doing this study. You won't see it anywhere. You won't see the story on making a lot of national headlines, but you should.
Yeah.
Talking about it. That just shows. I know, and that's one case, but as we have heard from other doctors, it can happen as we talk about getting kids vaccinated.
Right.
And 70% of Americans have at least one shot now.
We're all pro-science. We're all pro-science.
Nobody will say that they're not pro-science.
Right.
Not fake science, not paid for science.
Everybody,
That's the difference.
Right. You do an experiment in high school. That's scientific. This is different. This is something that has what is that called? The VAERS report. What is that thing on?
No, it's CDC VAERS reporting.
That is a real thing.
VAERS reporting
That's
is
part
real
of
from the
science,
CDC.
Well,
right?
But
That's a
people
database.
Self-reporting. It's
Which
not
we
necessarily
think it's lower.
doctors reporting.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Okay.
it's higher.
Well,
the actual numbers would be
Oh, no
always
doubt.
higher.
The
with
numbers would be
VAERS
higher because
reporting.
a lot of people don't even know about it or know to report their symptoms.
So
there.
what science really is, it's nothing more than databases. That's it. You do something, you put it in a database, and then you go and you say, that doesn't look so good, or wow, that really worked well. If this vaccine was so amazing, you would never hear a report from cardiologists saying, there's inflammation of the heart. Well, you don't want that to be able to live a long and fruitful life. That's one part of the decision-making process of getting a vaccine. You don't have these you want things to be transparent. They're not transparent as far as I can tell. Does anybody have transparency of this government in this room? No.
Speaking of transparency.
No, there's not. No. That's part of science.
And I knew, this is why I brought this up, and finally it was Tracy, leave it up to Tracy from the Facebook Live. No way 70% of Americans have at least one shot.
Oh, I agree.
I'm just
completely.
telling you what the reporting is that we're given now. And it shocked me when
I thought that was weird too.
And it shocked me when I heard it, which is why I brought it up. I never give numbers on that, but when I was told that, and that's the headline that's coming out nationally, I was like, "What?"
That's just propaganda. You know why it's propaganda? Because if they say 70% of Americans have been vaccinated, that makes the 30% feel like they're in the minority. And when people feel like they're in the minority, they want to be in the majority, and that will cause more people. It's just a psychological propaganda.
So, Tabitha, when are you going to get your shot?
Never, Chris. I will never get a vaccine for COVID. Now, if smallpox comes around, I'll be the first person in line.
That's interesting.
Not for COVID.
Why is that?
For smallpox?
Yes.
Because smallpox kills almost every single person.
What's the
that
difference
gets it.
between a smallpox, besides it being mRNA, and it just being a live
Because
culture?
smallpox will kill you and give you pox all over your body, and I don't want those.
So it's a vanity thing for you. You don't want the
Well,
pox
I
all
also-
over
Well,
your body.
90% of Americans said 90% of Americans, according to the latest Gallup poll, said they believe COVID was dead in June.
I would agree with that, wouldn't you?
Well,
Come on.
in June.
COVID will never be dead.
Well, we sure were reporting like, damn, there's no
40%
more COVID cases.
Now 40% say it's getting better, which is really, 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 it really puts you in like, uh-oh, where are we going to go in this? But here's the thing. 50% of Americans think it's getting worse, but most Americans don't want shutdowns anymore.
I think that this is my honest opinion. We have dealt with this damn thing for now 18 months. You guys on Facebook, you've heard me say this before. My honest damn opinion about COVID-19 is if you had COVID-19, the alpha one, and then maybe even got laced with a little bit of it later down the line, and you've been around in the public, you've gotten it maybe a few times. My firm belief is that your body kind of knows how to deal with this, kind of like a cold now. It might not be the same symptoms. You might get a backache. You might get body aches. You might get a chill for an hour or so. But you are not, in my opinion, not being a physician, but dealing with this for the last 18 months, I believe that the real winners in this thing, and I hate to say that because if someone dies and hears me, I just believe personally that if you dealt with this without a vaccine or dealing, just kind of getting it and going through the paces, boom, I kind of feel like you are inoculated for the rest of your life. I think your body knows what it is now.
Well, of course, and that's not.
I'm
just,
sorry.
That's not just your opinion. I mean, that
No,
is
it is.
medical.
No, but the problem is that I don't hear that from Channel 2 tonight. I don't hear this from the national
Well,
news
people
media.
are talking
There's
about
no,
it. I heard it on
really?
Fox National
Okay.
yesterday. One of the guys on there, Pete something, was talking about it. That obviously, in the CDC clearly states that if you've had COVID naturally, it would be very rare for you to be able to have COVID again.
I don't even care having COVID if the symptoms are what I just explained. If I just get like a body ache, man, I must have had COVID.
I get you, but I don't think that many people have had COVID 2 or 3 times. I really think
I
that
do. I'm
most
sorry.
people, if you have a good immune system and you've had COVID once, you may be protected for a lifetime.
By the way,
and you've
it's
never
this-
had it, right? I mean,
I'm gonna. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna go get
antibody test.
antibody test
I hope
just
you do.
because my son got it.
Yeah,
he got the antibody test, and even after being tested 4 times, we had him tested 4 times when he was struggling, really sick. He came back with a positive antibody
Sure
test.
did.
And I was happy.
Yeah,
happy
yes.
as hell that he did.
and I would be happy if you got it
So
because you've
I'm
been
gonna-
strafed a lot too. You've been like in public. I haven't
I've
seen
been
you
all over the place, but
I
I
know.
haven't been really sick. There was like 3 or 4 days where, but I always get sinus. I get sinus a lot, but it was nothing different than what I've had. Now, then I found myself looking for like, well, do I have it? Maybe
Yes.
I do. That's what you can do as a
And those
human.
are
I'm
the
paying
common
for it,
symptoms
Vic.
are
I'm paying for your
allergy
COVID test.
type.
I am. I'm serious. I would love to
Eric,
know.
It's
Well,
like
it's $10.
It's $12.
I'll give you 15. I'll give you 15. I'll give you 15.
But I am as soon as it's like 7th on my list because I need an assistant. I'm so damn busy all day long.
This
I
is
got to find
important.
some time.
This is important. Because I'm serious. Because Chris definitely had it. I know he did in Florida. I know I had it. Sorry. Tabitha's gone through testing. You've had it.
I've had it. I have
Vic, we got to
active
know. We got to
antibodies.
know.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I would hope
you don't even have to
did.
encourage me. I already told Tabitha I'm going to get it because when my son got his test results back, I was like, damn, I'm happy to hear this now.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
If you come back and you say, I've had COVID, I'd be like, want a cocktail? Want a shot? Let's do a shot.
And most likely,
I'd be
you
celebrating
probably
it.
did. You probably just thought it was allergies. I remember back when your son was kind of not feeling well, and you had some allergies back then, and that was probably when you had COVID. Yep. And you just had no
remember
idea.
that. I do remember that.
But we'll do it. But here's the thing, though. Even if it was, and I don't believe in asymptomatic. I don't. There's no evidence for it.
Well, you had symptoms if you were sneezing and.
But I wasn't
had
sneezing.
some allergies. You had some allergies.
But here's the thing. We'll get the test first over at Victory. I'm going to do it at Victory Men's Health because that's where we get it done.
Good.
I mean, that's where I sent my son. And we'll go from there.
Cool.
And we'll see. But
it would give you peace of mind. It would give you another.
I've
it would
got
give
peace of mind.
No, I know. Well, do you really?
I could care less.
Seriously?
Yeah.
If you are a virgin to COVID and you're meandering around in the hot spot on the planet right now,
Eric,
St. Louis,
I've been
Missouri.
meandering around everybody.
Well, then
for
you're immortal.
A year and a half.
You're immortal
I
because
feel
it's
like
all
it.
over. It's everywhere right now, apparently.
Legend.
Don't look at me like that when you say that.
That was weird.
All right.
The CDC, by the way, is stating that 70% of Americans have had at least one shot. Their actual total is 68%. They round it up when they say it. 70%. And that's 70% of adults ages 18 and older. Roughly 180.7 million Americans received at least one vaccine dose. That according to the CDC. But once again, most of the people that listen to this show go, hell no, that's an effing lie. But
I
then,
don't believe it.
But then if you talk to people who've gotten the vaccine and some other people that I hang out with, they'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. People
I
are
don't
finally.
believe that.
I know, but
How
that's
can we make
just
sense
how
of that
it goes.
in the state of Missouri, they're saying vaccination rates are about 40
Because
to 45%.
Missouri is the lowest state in the country.
I know, but that's still a lot of people, and we can't be
The most
only
vaccine
state.
hesitant people live in the show me state.
I will never believe that 70% of Americans have been vaccinated.
Well, you don't
I've
have to
heard-
believe it. That's what the CDC is saying.
Well, and I don't believe anything the CDC says. But 80%.
But I told you things before, Tabitha, that were 100% true, and just because they came from me, you didn't believe them.
I don't believe anything you say.
Exactly.
So anyway, 80. But I have heard that 80% of the most vulnerable people in our country have been vaccinated. Now that makes sense to me because they took the vaccines from nursing home to nursing home, right? So I don't know.
Look, here's the deal. I'm looking on our Facebook line. Everyone's going, I don't give a damn. You know what's so palatable?
No, they're
is
not.
in Chicago, Illinois right now, Vic. The deaths from gun violence is 3 times higher than
Mass
any COVID.
shootings.
It is
They have at least 3. They're averaging over 3 mass shootings.
3 to 1.
A mass shooting is 2 or 3 people, at least 2 or 3 people
Yes.
dying.
Yes.
By gunfire. That's a mass shooting.
You want to worry?
You don't have to just go into a school or a grocery store to call it a mass shooting.
How about a bulletproof vest?
Hey, wait a second. Chris, get your butt back in here. Where are you going?
He's making a run for it.
Where are you going, Chris? Where's Chris going?
You're busting him out for leaving?
I'm busting him
You're
out. I
going to
need
be
to talk
in
to him.
big trouble.
But here's the deal. If
It's
you're going
not
to get
smoke break time
if
yet.
you're gonna,
I know that.
If you're going to start
It's too early.
If you're going to hand out masks,
I think it's technical issues.
they should be bulletproof.
Bulletproof masks.
You get shot in the face, you have your bulletproof mask on.
You're getting silly now.
I'm just the whole world's getting silly.
So Kevlar
Well,
masks. That would
I'm
be
just-
difficult to breathe
You
through.
have more of a chance to randomly die in Chicago, Illinois. Statistics, science, than dying of COVID-19, the Delta variant right now. Put that in perspective.
Well, I know, and from the Facebook line, somebody says Google it. It shows 50% of Americans have been vaccinated. Okay, if you Google 70% of Americans vaccinated, you'll find all the stories that were released yesterday. I know it's, to each their own. But once again,
Okay.
I brought it up because it was shocked. I mean, it was shocking to me to hear those stats.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we have just as much of an effort, St. Louis, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, hell, Austin, Texas. Why don't we at least have a 50-50 split on the amount of energy that we're spending towards, I don't know, gang violence, gun violence, and then we'll just take 50% and lop it off over here to COVID where nobody gives a damn anymore. How about we do that? It seems like we are the scale is way weighted over to this stupid ass COVID thing, which nobody cares about anymore. Lollapalooza should have showed that to you. Lollapalooza tens and tens of thousands of people don't care about COVID. As a matter of fact, Lori Lightfoot didn't care because she was there also.
Well, no, it's not.
She was there.
No, but no.
But
no,
everyone
no. Let
had
me
to
finish.
test negative.
Exactly. It's not that they didn't care.
They didn't
You
care.
had to test negative or show your vaccine card to
Right,
get in.
right.
You didn't just walk in, Eric. That's why they do still care about COVID. But guess what? There's no major outbreaks that have happened since Palooza. And guess what? Go back 2 weeks ago. 60,000 people packed into a downtown area in downtown Milwaukee to watch the Bucks win the NBA
Saw
title.
that.
Packed in. I mean, and like I was there 2 nights before they won with my son and his lacrosse team. We were right there.
Yep.
Walked out there. Everybody's packed in there to watch the game. That's when they were playing in Phoenix.
Right.
And if there was ever going to be an issue, it would have happened.
You think?
And nothing. And
Well,
nothing.
and what about all the protests where there were
Nothing
thousands of people
happened.
squashed together?
Nothing happened.
They don't care.
But we do know, as we talk about so many times, yes, the variant is more transmissible, but less deadly. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. And we'll continue to talk about COVID.
I'm cool talking about this because it's a national thing, and none of the national channels can seem to shift gears right now. It is about
they
COVID. I can't figure it out,
They
but
can't.
they can't. I'm
The
telling
only-
you.
The only reason, I mean, we have so many other things going on in the city of St. Louis and the county of St. Louis that we have other news. I mean, but guess what? A lot of it is indirectly still affected by
Yeah.
COVID. And that's why the headlines are. Hopefully, within 6 months to a year, we're talking about other issues. But that is the underlying issue right
That's
now.
right.
Whether it's federal dollars coming in, how those monies are going to be spent, how it's a mask mandate, somebody lying about a mask mandate, how St. Louis City can't get on the same page because of how to use COVID relief money. I mean, there's always some hospitals filled up. It's all there. So, whatever.
The city, it's
and from the Facebook line, as we were told, oh my God, the county council's having a super spreader event. By the way, we did find out the one person who allegedly tested positive with COVID or the variant after St. Louis County Council's meetings last Tuesday was from St. Louis City. The one person came from St. Louis City to go to the, quote, county council meeting, allegedly.
Yeah.
And that's, and we're sick. So it was somebody from the city who came to the county meeting. That's all we're being told.
Isn't that ironic?
How many people from the city would be at the council meeting in the county?
I know.
What if he was a plant? What if they went to like some nursing home and said, hey, that guy's
and
got
that's
COVID?
why Dr. Eccles was addressing the issue, not Dr. Khan, who, by the way, is not coming into the office now. He's self-quarantining.
I was going to say he's supposed to be quarantining for 10 days. Come on.
Just like Sam Page.
Right. Giving conferences
Oh
out of
my
his
God,
backyard.
you can't make this stuff up, but that's what's going on there. So we'll continue to keep, but the numbers, guys, and that's what I was talking about.
How
Eric.
do you trust the numbers, though? I mean, how
In St. Louis, I do trust the numbers that they give us. I do.
from
No,
the hospitals, but I mean, how do we trust 70% of people have been vaccinated?
No,
or
that's
40%
different.
have been vaccinated. I'm to the point now where I don't trust anything the CDC or any government agency tells us. I see it as all
we get that with the
propaganda.
CDC, but I'm
I
talking
don't
about the
believe
numbers
any
that
of
we
it.
have locally.
And then, but
I
even
mean-
the numbers you have locally, if they're saying the PCR tests
No,
can't differentiate between flu and COVID, how do we know that these people really all even have
Exactly.
COVID and that they don't have the flu?
But what we have to look, you're right, but what we do have to look at is how many people are hospitalized.
And
That's
true.
the problem.
And there are a lot of, obviously,
I mean, you're talking
true numbers in the hospital.
452 with a possible 26 more. You're talking over 470 people.
It's tough
That's what gets me concerned because we were locked down under those numbers.
Correct.
Not all that long ago.
And it's, I mean, obviously, it's always concerning when there are people in the hospital.
in
You know what,
the
though?
ICU.
Here's the
We
thing.
were locked down because of that before.
I understand.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying
I believe that's how many people are actually in the
57
hospital.
people on ventilators.
I wonder this, though. Do you think that these cities said, you know what, we're not going to do this lockdown thing again because St. Charles didn't do that lockdown thing and they fared pretty well. There's no reason for us to lose this many political points before a election that's coming up next year. Do you think maybe that was part of the fabric of what they were thinking?
Who
I
knows?
do. I don't think that Sam Page is going to go, yeah, we're locking everything back down when he knows he'll get his ass run out of town by doing that kind of a thing. But especially when he sees a guy like Steve Ellman succeeding on a day in and day out basis. So I think that these are political considerations. And you know what? Lockdowns didn't work. Sorry, St. Charles wasn't locked down.
Well, obviously it didn't work because guess what? COVID is back and we can't stay locked down forever.
You have to live with it at some point in time, and you learn to live with it.
And that's why I'm saying...
And that's why the whole flu thing, until the flu situation is addressed, you can't take anything serious when it comes to 100% being COVID numbers. But what you do have to take serious is the fact that they don't have workers in these hospitals to fill out the staff, and the hospitals are packed. Every doctor I talk to, Eric, I mean, off camera, off radio, whether they're conservative, liberal, whether they believe in vaccines, they don't believe in vaccines, whether they think COVID's serious or not, they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's packed. I mean, we don't know what to do. I was in the ICU. I was invited in Mercy South's ICU to do a story, but I also saw the open beds as well.
Yeah. Maybe that's where you caught COVID.
Maybe it was.
Ooh. No. Those are the most sterile environments you could imagine.
What worries me is forced vaccinations. I feel like we're inching closer and closer and closer to forced vaccinations, and people in businesses saying, you cannot patronize my business if you've not been vaccinated. Those are my big concerns.
We talked about that yesterday.
I feel like I can work around the masks because I just won't go to places that require a mask, outside of work-related events. But when it comes to vaccinations, I don't want to be forced to get a vaccine. And we can see what's happening in other countries and what they're doing to mandate vaccines. And it worries me that sometimes when we see what's happening in other countries, they try it here next. Like I was telling you guys this morning in Australia, if you want government assistance, I guess which would be their government healthcare or maybe food stamp program, etc., you have to be vaccinated. If you're not vaccinated in Australia, you get zero help from the government, from their welfare system. And that to me, that's not something that I think is not going to happen here. I could see Biden pushing that plan because that's what they do. They get people to rely on the government, and then they force you to do things you wouldn't want to do.
Well, whatever the case is, wherever you're going to go with this situation, where are we 3 months from now? Seriously, where are we 3 months from now? Because there is a thought by some very educated people, by some people who study the virus and have from the start, that if any of us, or if you know people who are vaccinated, it's making you more susceptible to getting the variant. I know that sounds crazy.
It sounds true to me, based on
but
things
also,
I'm hearing.
Keep in mind, I always talk about this messaging. If somebody's unvaccinated, there are messages going out, you've got to get vaccinated, or unvaccinated people need to get unvaccinated because you're going to get us sick. People who are unvaccinated right now are being treated as if they're spreading it.
Absolutely.
And that is not true.
It is not true.
And it's not
absolutely
only,
not true.
can somebody who's unvaccinated? Yes. But we have no statistical data, no medical data that is showing that unvaccinated is spreading it more so than vaccinated.
Because you know what?
And we
No,
also know
no.
for a fact that fully vaccinated people
Completely immune.
can spread it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are spreading it.
Unvaccinated people
Vaccinated
with natural
communities.
immunities. Sorry about that.
Fully vaccinated communities, fully vaccinated countries, most fully vaccinated countries are spreading it to each other. Yes, if we're fully vaccinated, you're spreading as well. So it's not this group of people does and this group of people doesn't. It's another divider. It's another issue that can divide. And it's unfortunate because it's what's happening.
Well, it is unfortunate.
If you take the time to do the research, if you take the time to study where the cases are going, because we all get wrapped up in this messaging. And I'm sorry, but Americans, we're dumb. We are dumb. We just follow around the headline. What's the headline? Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly what people do.
We got to do this. We got to
research.
do that. Oh, yeah, I'm so busy. I got to get here. I got to get my kids in my baseball game. I've got to go to my party. I've got to get the groceries done. We're so it's like, whoa. Oh, what are they saying? Oh, yeah, this is what I hear. And then we have a million people who think they become experts in the stuff.
But don't you think that most people by now who are unvaccinated have had COVID and now have natural
I don't know.
immunity? Because
What's most?
I mean, most people are out and about. Most people are going shopping. Most people are going to doctor appointments. They're going to stores. They're going to restaurants. They're going to bars. Very few people have stayed home completely sheltered. And the only way not to get COVID is to be completely sheltered. I mean, it's like
It's so funny. Don't
understand
It's
it.
not even about vaxxed and non-vaxxed. It's about people that care, and people like myself who don't give a damn, because I don't care anymore. I don't care about walking into a store. I do sometimes get a little nerded out, hi Schnooks, about walking into Schnooks and everybody is masked up again.
I was at Schnucks yesterday,
wow.
And there were maybe 20% of people masked up, and they were all...
I thought it was a mandatory thing. It was a mandatory thing out here.
St. Louis County or St. Charles County?
St. Charles County. I
Right,
thought
that
Eric
makes
was talking
sense.
about St. Charles
I
County.
am talking about St. Charles County.
Tabitha?
I am talking
Oh,
about
I've
St.
not
Charles
seen a lot
County.
of people masked up at Schnucks in St. Charles County.
Maybe it was maybe
Eric,
it was
20%,
optional.
and everybody had gray hair, whatever that
And
means.
it is
Everyone
optional.
had gray hair.
That was masked up, and you know what? Hey, why not? If you want to do it,
It's so
fine. Go
funny.
ahead.
It's the thing. Look, Democrats should love this. The non-vaxxers, the non-scientific people are the people are the Republicans. If we all
What?
die,
Not necessarily.
Oh, come
What are you
on,
talking about?
man.
Not okay. First of all,
Yeah, I'm telling
not
you what-
everybody who doesn't
well,
want
that's
a
what
COVID
they think
vaccine is
anyway.
a non-vaxxer, and not everyone who doesn't want a vaccine doesn't mean they're non-science.
These guys, this is a direct lob at Trump supporters. They think that everybody that doesn't want to get vaccinated is a Trump supporter. They think it's
Of course they
political.
do. They
They
do
think it's political. But what it really is people who have a brain that can question everything that they see in front of them, even if they have to go dig under rocks to get the information.
That was a fast freaking hour. That's why we call it the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. You won't find it anywhere else. We're going to continue this conversation. Don't go anywhere. Coming up this next hour, we've got a lot to get into. Continuing this talk, we'll let you know if businesses can legally ask for vaccine cards. That's a great question. Tabitha wants to talk about some products. And this is all COVID related, isn't it? Why we're not going to have products?
It is COVID related, yes.
Yeah, you're going to have to deal with some products. Freaking, I'm never going to California if they don't have bacon. I can tell you that much. Forget it.
It's made out of vegetables.
Yeah. Also, sad story, what's going on with 4 Capitol police officers in the last month. We're going to get into that as well. It's shocking. And, of course, answer any of your calls that we may have. Phone number 636-695-2915. Of course, you can listen to the app. You can catch us on the go, viperrocks.com.
Would you go to a Golden Corral right now?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I would too.
I wouldn't have gone to one even before COVID, so no.
But I am, you know what?
I would go with you.
Hey, but seriously, what's the difference between going to a Golden Corral and the hotels that I've been staying at the last 3 weeks during the trips where you go down for breakfast in the morning?
I don't
The
do
kind
either
of
of those things.
with
It's
those
the
little
same damn
kids.
concept.
With the little kids. And there's no sneeze glass in front of the food either.
They don't eat buffet food.
No.
No.
I would go to Golden Corral right now.
Chris is a buffet guy. He just looks like a buffet guy.
No, not so much.
I know. I already know. Damn, this is okay. We got to get to the break. Sorry. Plus, we're back on YouTube, everybody. Our first grounding's over. We'll see how long it takes. Follow us on YouTube at the Edge Morning Show. We'll come back with all that and more right after this. Plus your morning headline.
The Edge Morning Show is coming right back.
Compass Health Network is offering the COVID-19 vaccine daily at many of our locations. Please visit compasshealthnetwork.org for a location near you or call 844-853-8937 for an appointment.
Need flooring?
Get your flooring installed correctly.
At Flooring Correct in Wentzville for carpet, laminate, vinyl, wood plank, and more. FlooringCorrect.com.
Hey, it's Shanny from the Legendary Lunch, and I want to tell you about my friends at Mascot's Bar and Grill, 4881 Mexico Road in St. Peters, right by the Recplex. And if you are looking for a place to hang out with your friends, it's Mascot's Bar and Grill. If you want delicious food, it's Mascot's Bar and Grill. From their appetizers like the giant pretzel, this thing is bigger than your head, to the steak sandwiches, the value menu, to the legendary lunch special. That's right, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 3, you go in and tell them that you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want the legendary lunch special. It's a $5 half-pound burger and fries. That's right, $5 half-pound burger and fries. Better than any fast food burger you will ever have. And on Sundays, all day long. That's right. The legendary lunch special goes all day long on Sundays. Stop by and say hi to Jen and Rob. You will have a great time. Musical bingo, food, fun, friends, and family. It's Mascots Bar and Grill.
Hi, it's Julie again with Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville, Missouri, located at the intersection of Wilmer Road and Interstate Drive. We offer on-site security and 24/7 access. We are proud to have served as your one-stop shop for all your moving and storage needs since 1984. Right now, we are offering $25 off moving or a free month storage for new customers. For more information, visit us at bensmovingandstorage.com, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook for future storage sales. Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville.
Now another hour of The Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank and Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Viper Weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray on this Tuesday. Instant replay weather, lots of sunshine, beautiful this morning. It's another beautiful day, 80 for the high, comfortable humidity levels. Tonight, clear skies, 70s this evening, 59 for the low on Wednesday, sunny and 82. Thursday, partly sunny, 85. Friday, partly sunny, 90, hot and humid over the weekend. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
River Electric, a Touchstone Energy Co-op. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Morning Edge. St. Louis City and East St. Louis are hosting anti-crime events tonight. You can learn more about it on fox2now.com. Also, did you know Missouri is now counting bumblebees to try to curb their decline? Apparently, there's been a major decline in bumblebees, and if anybody knows, you understand how the ecosystem works and how bumblebees fit into what actually works. Big story last night. Officers inside the mask meeting from last Tuesday at St. Louis County Council testified last night before County Council about Dr. Faisal Khan's alleged being treated in a horrible way, being physically assaulted, called racist slurs. Well, police who were there the whole time said it never happened. They said from the moment they picked him up or escorted him from the chamber doors where everybody was inside and saw everything, from that moment, they walked him and escorted him out of the building to the elevator and said he was never called any names. He was never physically assaulted. So now you have video showing Dr. Khan walking from the podium where everybody was in the chamber out the door, being escorted by police out of the building, and nobody ever touched him. It's very interesting where this is going to go right now. Sam Page, St. Louis County executive, doubling down, saying, well, he was assaulted. We need to take his word seriously. At 9:30 this morning, St. Louis County District Court is going to hear Attorney General Eric Schmidt's lawsuit against St. Louis County's mask mandate. Sam Page's attorneys at the 11th hour last week tried to get it moved to federal court. It was a delay procedure. I mean, it's talk to any attorney. Well, the federal judge ripped the Page attorneys for trying to do that, sent it right back. So there's a meeting this morning at 9:30. We'll see where that goes. Really cool bike rental startup business in Glen Carbon, Illinois. Check that out on fox2now.com. There's also Prop R on the ballot today to take care of St. Louis Community College facility updates. And, of course, there would be a property tax. Let's look at your morning headlines. Cardinals always back. Cardinals get back in action tonight against the Braves.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Edge, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We're rocking and rolling as we always do. Take you to 10 o'clock. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, and Tabitha Hassell. I'm Big Faust at Fox 2. Thanks for listening and watching. The show continues to grow, and it's because of you. And that's why we kick butt on this show, is because of your involvement. We appreciate it. Love it when you share the show. 100.7 The Viper. And, of course, follow us on YouTube now. We said it before the break. The Morning Edge on YouTube. Tabitha, how many followers do we have now? Any idea? On YouTube, what do we got?
I believe close to 200.
Woo!
How about that?
Woo!
We need 1,000. We
And
push,
how long
for
and how long of
1,000.
a grounding did we have?
Oh gosh, it was at least 6 weeks, 5 weeks. It was a while.
We've been grounded
They
for a long
released us
time.
early. It was supposed to be until October.
We
have one strike.
We were released from prison early. Oh my
Yes,
God.
we have one official strike.
They gave us back our belongings and sent us on our way.
Yes, we get 2 more strikes. We're done for good.
Hey, the phone
Let's
number to
try
give
it.
us a call, 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. Once again, Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassell. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. We have a lot of listeners, of course, all over the place. You can catch us at viperrocks.com. You can take us anywhere you want to go in the app as well. And we let you know who we are.
I got a
because
question.
We do have new listeners. And we love your phone calls as well. Eric, take it away.
So Fox 2 is reporting St. Louis and East St. Louis host anti-crime event tonight,
Correct.
which is cool, which is very cool. Who has more crime right now, East St. Louis or St. Louis
St.
proper?
Louis
Oh,
City.
St. Louis City, because there's more people. Not even close.
There's not a lot of people who live in East St. Louis.
If you
these
drive
days.
through East St. Louis now, it's a.
I don't think it's because more people. I think it's just because Kim Gardner doesn't do her job.
No,
you want to do a
was there-
crime? Come to
no.
St. Louis.
Well, they're not doing a good job in Illinois
There's
either.
not much. There's not a lot of population in East St. Louis.
Was there
anymore.
ever a time when that flipped?
Oh, that's right. They burned it down.
When St. Louis had.
Chris, come on.
He's not
Yeah,
far from
at
the
one
damn
point in time.
truth.
Well, no, but right now there's actually a series
like
of
Detroit.
arsons in East St. Louis.
So they're trying to burn it down house
People
by
are-
house?
people-
The only reason I'm
Every
asking,
week
Chris,
there's some
you're
type
not
of
that
arson in
stupid.
East St. Louis.
You're
What's
not that
that?
stupid.
the only reason I'm asking is
Kind of
because,
like
What's it?
Detroit.
well, I don't know
Detroit,
How
either.
many times have we talked about Detroit?
Detroit,
bad.
they burned the whole damn thing down. I mean,
And-
it was block after block.
And what is Detroit now?
It's nicer.
Yeah.
You have
Much
not
nicer.
forgotten already, have you?
What? How nice it is in
Yeah.
Detroit? No, I don't think Detroit's too nice.
Chris, you don't have a very good memory, dude. We have
It's-
talked about Detroit on this show, even with people who've been there, how it blows away St. Louis.
I wouldn't say blows away.
Blows away. When's the last
Yeah.
time you were in downtown?
Why? Because there's a
Detroit?
lake
It's been
on the.
it's been a couple of decades.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Everything, and it's sad because St. Louis sucks compared to Detroit now.
But I think it was okay.
Downtown Detroit blows away St. Louis, and you don't have the crime there. They went out
but
and hired a
dude,
police.
it didn't.
They
used to have
a
razor
long
wire
time
around
ago.
freaking
Once
Tiger
again,
Field.
Once again, they got serious about things. They have all 4 sports teams downtown, 8 billionaires in the state. 5 of them started investing money in the city. They got serious about it. And if anybody wanted to play games or make racial comments, they drug them along and said, we're turning the city around.
Yeah.
It's Detroit versus everybody.
I love it.
And now the state is freaking, it blows your freaking mind.
Yeah.
Because that area and that region is so much better. Now, people who are uneducated and haven't been there will say, oh, Detroit, remember Detroit from the 80s and
I
90s.
do.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not the same. And that's what pisses me off about St. Louis, and not to get off topic, because St. Louis is so far behind Detroit, it blows my
The
mind.
only reason I bring it
I don't
up,
think there's any comparison.
It's not. If you go there, you'll see it, and you'll be like, oh, my God.
the only reason I bring it up is
And you know what they
because-
did really quick? They hired a police chief from L.A., and he's now going to run for governor. And he came in
I
and
saw
he
that.
changed around
I
and
saw
he went,
that.
he bucked the system, and people let him do his job. He didn't have to worry about defunding police, or he didn't have to worry about, well, what are you doing? Are you going to do this or that? That's too harsh. And it changed. And now he's going to beat Governor. He's going to beat Whitmer.
Oh,
Gretchen Whitmer for governor.
Tabitha could beat Whitmer.
Probably.
But the only reason
I don't want to get off track.
No, I don't want to get off track either. I'm just, we talk about regional stuff, and this is a pretty big story on here. It's like they're going to start this, this initiative, which I think is cool. It's,
It
St.
won't
Louis
go anywhere.
anti-crime
unfortunately.
event. Well, who knows?
I mean, it's
you
good.
gotta be
Every
positive.
Every anti-crime event they have is amazing. But at the same time, when you have a prosecutor who's not actually prosecuting cases and is allowing murderers to go free, I mean, where are we going to go from
The
here?
problem I have with East St. Louis, I know that I don't even know how I got it. I just
Why
reading
did
your
you bring-
story.
yeah, I was like, why'd
just
you
reading
bring
your
up East
story. I was
St.
just reading your story. is that East St. Louis could be developed into one of the best visuals in the country. Looking at St. Louis, at the St. Louis Arch, you could develop all kinds of amazing things in East St. Louis that could renovate the entire area. I mean, you
well,
could
it's not just East St. Louis. There's other. You've got Sauget. You've got other little small communities there too.
I mean, you can't get rid of PTs.
But oh my
It's such a heavy industrial area over there.
I know it is.
And they
but
have the stockyards. There's a lot of things over there that are
right.
counterproductive.
But I can tell you
to
this,
that.
Eric.
I just thought it was an interesting thought.
If
in my
any of
head.
those places, and as we told you before the break, what we would do, if any of those places wanted to require you to have a vaccination card to enter, yes, it's legal. It is absolutely legal. But if they try to do that, they take the risk at losing business. And that's what you have with some of these businesses in Tower Grove and some in Kansas City requiring. Now, keep in mind, this is just a handful. It's a few that want to see a vaccination card to come in, or you have to sit outside, or you can't go in. It is legal. It's not common, but it is legal right now.
I think that we have to.
I wonder if them businesses are Democratic owned.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
but
does.
I think it has
Absolutely, it matters.
I think we have to start shaming these restaurants. I think we have to do a campaign that says
Why would you shame them? Because it's
shaming a restaurant that requires a vaccination
no,
card.
because you know what? They are a private business. If you believe in capitalism,
Correct.
and you believe that if that business owner wants people to in his restaurant or his store to be vaccinated,
you
that's
just said the
his
right
choice.
word, capitalism. So if you have a group
You know
of
what
people,
you can do?
if you have a group
you
of
cannot go.
Exactly.
I hope
wouldn't-
that
I wouldn't
Napoli.
go.
I hope
if they
your-
told me you had to have a vaccination, I wouldn't go in there.
I hope your favorite
establishment.
place on the planet, Napoli, does it to you.
Napoli
And if
will
they
never.
did-
Well, I
Napoli will
hope they
never
do
have a
because what you
vaccination
just
card
said
I
is
would never
ridiculous.
go there again.
Unless
What you
they're
just said is
forced.
ridiculous.
If they did, I would never go there again. I am a business
That's my
owner.
point.
But Eric, you can't punish the business owner.
Yes, you can.
No, because there are people.
It's capitalism.
There are
no
people,
money comes in, they dry up and go
But
bye-bye.
there will be money that comes in because guess what? There are a lot of people out there who only want to go to restaurants that force people to be vaccinated. I mean, there's a lot of people who only go to restaurants where people are masked or have been COVID tested. I mean, there are people out there.
I can't believe
who are
you're
on that side of the
advocating for
fence.
business owners to maybe put a mandate on people.
People who own a business can do whatever they want to do, and you know what? I can do.
No,
what I
you
wanna
should be
do
like, no, you shouldn't do
because
that.
I can't. You can't tell a private
As-
business that.
you're
not
not
how
getting
our
a vac-
Constitution works.
you're not getting-
That's not how America works.
Hold on. You're not getting a vaccine, yet you want people to put a vaccine mandate on people
I didn't
going.
say I want
No,
that.
nobody said they want
She
that.
just did.
said-
You literally
no,
just did.
I didn't say that.
You
I said
literally
it's
just
up
did.
to
They have
a
a right
business
to.
owner to choose. It is their
And
right
what
to
I'm saying
choose.
is, it's like the woke movement.
It's
you
my
can
right to
shame
choose
them.
not to go there.
You can shame these businesses. See, they don't have. There's the pushback is coming from the government side. There is no mandate.
Yeah,
in
the
St.
shaming is on those who
Yeah.
are unvaccinated.
Yeah, the problem is
No
this,
one should be shamed
there-
either direction.
the Guitar Center, I'll bring up Guitar Center because that's where I went the other day, has a mandate to use a mask to get into damn place. Why is that? It's because the government, Sam Page's little mandate that came out, is now making people put a mask on. They should be shamed into submission saying there is no mandate, take the mask off of these people. I'm sick of the mask thing. I can't take
Then
it
don't
anymore.
go to those places. If somebody forces you to wear a mask,
I hope to
don't
God
go.
that Napoli puts a mask
Well, they're never
vaccine
going to
passport
do
on
that.
you.
Stop it.
They
I
are
really do.
never going
It's
to do
not
that.
going to happen unless it's federally
They're
mandated.
I
never
cannot
going to
wait
do
for you to
that.
come into the show on a Monday going,
Yeah.
I can't get
Me
into
too.
Napoli
What do
because
you
I,
Chris, what are you smiling for?
Then I wouldn't go there.
You got a little slick smile going on.
Napoli
No,
put on a mask mandate.
That'll
Chris wants to
never
make a
happen.
comment about Tabitha and Eric's conversation. Good morning, Chris.
Where's Chris? Where are you calling in from?
Wright City, Missouri.
All right.
So basically, Eric, you're 1,000% right. If enough people stand up and say, "Hey, we just won't support your business
There
if
you
you
go.
require masks and vaccines," then the problem will literally sort itself out. And I guarantee there's not enough of these quote-unquote jabbers/maskers to support those said businesses once they all start jumping in line in St. Louis County and city.
But Chris, as a business, if you were a business owner, wouldn't you want the right to
No.
be able to follow your beliefs?
Chris,
I own a
Chris
business.
is the voice
No,
of
it's-
reason.
that's why
Eric,
this
can I
country's
talk,
free.
please?
No, go ahead. Chris is
Chris.
he's right.
Chris, that's what capitalism about.
No.
People have the right.
It's-
Eric, can I
You're-
just talk?
hold
for-
on, before, you can talk right there. Capitalism.
So you get to choose when I get to talk.
Capitalism. No, talk about the right things. Capitalism. When you take capitalism and you put the government pressure against capitalism, that's a no go. You don't do
Okay,
that.
can I talk now?
Go ahead.
Before Tabitha talks, the phone number to give us a call is 636-695-2915.
Fire away, Tabitha. Let's hear it.
Thank you so much, Chris.
636.
You know what? I'm going to go get coffee. Chris, take it over.
2915. It's Tabitha's turn.
Go ahead. No, it's Chris's turn.
Chris, I absolutely do not support businesses that require masks or that tell people they have to be vaccinated.
Yeah, you do.
But what I do support is I support the right of a business owner. That's right. I'll kick Chris's butt later. I support
Chris, stop it.
the right for a business owner to be able to choose what they want for their business.
What about public pressure, putting pressure on?
Let her talk.
She's rambling. She's going down the yellow brick road. Go ahead.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you go after when she's
No,
done.
I'm going to let Chris go. You're right. Chris, you're next.
We're going to go smoke a cigarette. You guys talk real quick, and then we'll be back.
Go ahead, Tabitha.
Tabitha, you're kind of right, and they can make their own decisions, like the big bad business owners that they are. But the moment that they require a vaccination card,
then we
and
don't
a
go there
vaccine
anymore.
jab,
We don't go there
It's going to be the moment that me and I would say thousands and thousands and thousands of people in St. Charles County will not get on.
My brother.
Tabitha doesn't disagree with you.
No, she does.
It pisses me off whenever they think they can do this stuff.
You cannot. Do not
Chris,
talk
I
out of
agree
both
with
sides
you.
of your mouth
I'm
right
not
now.
talking. Maybe your brain's not able to comprehend what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I absolutely will never step foot in a restaurant that requires you to wear a mask or requires you to vaccinate. Never will I do that. But I absolutely support the right of a business owner to choose, just like the people who didn't want to make the gay cake. You know what? That's their choice.
What does this have to do with
whether
You know what? We have the right to publicly shame them, just
Yes.
like Eric said. Let's
That's
just
what I'm
publicly
talking about.
Put their name out there and say, hey, this is the company doing this and saying you have to do this to go in their restaurant, and it'll sort itself out. Seriously, it will. It's pretty simple.
Exactly right, Chris. Thank you, buddy.
I
Thank
won't
you.
shame anyone because I
That's
think
what you
that
need to
people have
do.
a business. I am a business owner. I would not say I don't have a brick and mortar business, but if I did,
They're the first ones that are going to jump up and shame us for not having a vaccine.
Amen.
Because we don't go along with their
and then
beliefs.
you know what? And
the
then
moment that they shame us, why is it not fair for us to shame them?
There you go.
and that's your personal right to shame people. I personally don't shame any business owner for
And
doing
that's
what they
that's why they,
my
that's
money
why
is
they
what
win.
talks. I won't
That's
go
why
there.
they win.
They're not winning because they're not getting
They
my
win.
money.
They win.
And they're not going to get your
You know
money.
what? You know what? Napoli's going to do just fine with a passport, and you're
Yeah.
not invited in. Seriously, when
You
Napoli
lost your minds.
when Napoli puts a vaccine
They
passport
will
on,
lose business.
no, they won't.
Yes,
If
And
they put a
Tabitha-
mask mandate in
it's
place,
over.
it
And
would
you
be
won't-
their business would be
It
done.
would
And you
be
won't.
done.
You
No
will.
one would go
You
there.
will not. You'll say
No one
this
would
is
go where?
Matt to Napoli. If they put a mask mandate in place, no one would go there.
why.
Why? Because the people who hang out at Napoli are like us. They are the same people for the most part who don't want to support mask mandates.
The
They
problem.
would lose their entire clientele, and that's why they'll never do that.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Thanks for the phone call. We appreciate it. All right.
All right, y'all have a good
Whenever
one.
you want to start a fight again,
Thank
just
you,
give us a
Chris.
call.
Let me just let me apologize. Let me apologize to Tabitha real
You
fast.
instigator.
I have
For talking so much?
I am literally
being
allergic.
wrong?
I'm allergic to stupid conversation. I'm allergic
I
to
don't
it.
believe that.
And you
One
are
minute.
you say things that are so out of both sides of your mouth.
It's not out of both
unbelievable.
sides of my mouth,
It's almost
Eric.
it's almost a talent
Because
how you do it.
Because I support a business being able to choose.
The woke
You
crowd has
You have
gone.
the choice of not patronizing and not giving them your
So-
money.
Eric, I kind of agree with Tabitha right now, man.
No, you guys don't.
Businesses should have
because
the
what
opportunity to do
what
what
I'm
they
saying
want.
is this. What I'm saying is this, Vic.
Because you set a precedent
What I'm saying
if,
this-
you don't,
this,
if you
Vic.
don't allow them to choose.
It's like Play-Doh, right? Play-Doh. Remember Play-Doh?
I wish
it's
you
like
were
you have
Play-Doh.
this.
I would form your mind.
If you have this,
for
if
you.
you have this beautiful business over, it's capitalist business, and there's no impedance to them doing business, and then you have a Sam Page over here, and then you smush them together, the said business feels like at least they have an obligation to put a mandate that you have a vaccination to get in the business or a mask to get in the business. If the people don't rise up, these things will continue. That's what I'm saying. So the pressure needs to be a public pressure on these
If
businesses.
you tell a business they're not allowed to institute their own mask mandate,
Because of
then,
why?
Then it never ends.
It would never happen if it wasn't for the
We're
government
not a
mandating
socialist, communist country. People have the freedom to choose.
it. I'm going to remember this.
Tabitha
Damn it,
Glenn
would you please
Thompson says Tony, the owner of
I saw
Napoli,
that,
is a huge
and that's
lib.
not true. I know Tony very well. He is definitely not.
I
a
hope
huge
to
liberal.
God that Napoli's the first one to do a mask and a vaccine mandate,
He
and you'll
actually
never go in
Tony
there
listens
again.
to our show sometimes. by the
Tony,
way.
do
Does
it.
he really?
Yes.
You'll have more business than you know, and Tabitha won't be
If
part
you're
of it.
looking for an incredible Italian restaurant with some awesome food, go to Napoli, Napoli 2, out in the Baldwin Clarkson area, and Napoli 3 at Streets of St. Charles. I'm telling you, the food's amazing. Tony, if you're listening, you've got some of the best food when people talk about Italian. It is amazing.
Absolutely.
All right, we got to go back. We got Todd on the phone. Todd, what did you want to check in? You're not trying to start something up too, are you? You going to be an instigator, Todd?
No, I just want to say thank God I live in St. Charles County.
Yes.
Okay.
I live out in the country. I had to deal with this. And I was in Baldwin yesterday working, and people had some masks on, some not. I'm just glad I don't have to deal with it. But on the news this morning, I did hear that there's going to be they're trying to push through St. County ordinance that if you do not wear a mask, you can be ticketed or jailed. That was on the news this morning.
What? Okay, wait a second.
So if you don't wear a mask, you'll be ticketed?
Where would that? Where would that
Or
ordinance?
jailed.
In St. Louis County?
Yeah, I one of them. Yeah, it's on Channel 4. Sorry, it wasn't on 2. It was on 4.
I can't believe that would be
Watch
possible because it's not enforceable. And as of
No.
right now, no one,
Now,
all
here's
through
the deal.
COVID, has ever been ticketed ever for not wearing a
All
mask.
it takes is one person to say, hey, I have an idea. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. I promise you, number one, that's not going to happen in St. Louis County because,
hell no.
because right now, the county council just voted last week to end even a mask mandate that Sam Page tried to put in. And the best part about that is for all the dysfunction, all the horrible dysfunction that we have in the state and politics and county and city, St. Louis County has something going on right now that nobody really has going on in the country. You have, and I've said it before, you have African-American women who are Democrats from North County and those and areas nearby working with white Republican men from West County in unison. Where else the hell is that going on in the country? Where people they're actually working with each other. They're saying, well, we give in here, you give in there, which is what politics should be about. And they're not racing, saying, I'm racing to this side and I'm racing to this side. So they're actually working together. You're not going to see an ordinance or anything of that nature in St. Louis County anytime soon.
No, I wouldn't
It's
think
over.
so.
Not in the state of Missouri.
Well,
no, I
thanks for the
wouldn't think
call.
so.
Leah, good morning. You're next.
Leah, where are you calling in from?
From Wentzville.
All right.
So I have to completely agree with Erica on the idea that every restaurant really does have their choice. I totally agree that it's crazy that you would have to wear a mask into a restaurant considering that you take your mask off to eat.
Yeah,
but,
it's pretty
there's
stupid.
great places like on the Hill, like Charlie Gito's, where you have to dress a certain way in order to get into the restaurant. If you're not wearing a suit jacket, then you have to leave and put on something else. So, it's people's choices if they want to go there or if they don't, if they want to wear that or if they don't.
Right, because we can't take away the right of a business owner.
Yes, you can. You could. I'm not saying you take anything away,
But
but
that
you
would
can
be taking away their
No.
rights.
What I'm saying is that there would have to be here's the word, backlash. The public backlash would have to
There is
overwhelm.
backlash. You don't shop there or patronize their business. That's your backlash.
Yeah, but Tabitha,
Are
you
we
said
saying
there
the
was
same
no
thing?
backlash
Are we
last
saying
week.
the same thing? Am I losing my mind with Tabitha? Maybe it's me. It probably is me. It's not your fault. You're completely clear in what you're saying. I'm saying this: if anybody says, Tabitha, it's nice to see you again. Welcome to the bar. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to see your vaccination
I would
passport.
turn around and walk out.
And guess what? You would probably get on Facebook and be exceptionally pissed off, and your millions of followers would be pissed off.
But I would be
And
upset,
then-
but I would still support that business
Would you-
owner's right
would your Facebook
to run their
post-
business the way they want.
Would your Facebook post be, I completely agree with them. This is fantastic. I just won't be
Well,
going
of
there
course
anymore.
Not. I would say they have the right to choose because they own the business and they can choose whatever clientele they want. But
I
they
think
will
that's
never
what
get
it's
my money.
completely- You're
not.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Lena? Leah?
I think that's what it's completely about, is that we have to be able to support people's right to choose if they want to support a business or not. I personally will never show my vaccination card in order to get into an establishment. I just think that it's an infringement. But you have to be able to support people's right to choose if they want to support that business or if they don't. There are plenty of places in St. Charles County, Warren County, St. Louis County to support that we don't have to do that.
Absolutely.
So if that business owner loses business, then that's on them.
Right. Because we can't go around picking and choosing what business owners can and can't do with their own business, because then we're stepping into
I think
a
what
really
I'm saying is
slippery
this.
slope.
Here's what I'm saying. If you allow the seed to be put into the soil, and then that seed starts to take root and grow, all of a sudden now it is public domain that you now have businesses that are, it is okay to have a vaccine passport to get into a place, or a mask mandate. Even if there's no mask mandate or mandate for the now you have just said this is normal. We have got to stop normalizing things. It has got to stop, or else 5 years from now, this country is going to look a lot different.
That would be like telling a restaurant you can't sell Coke products. Everybody has to have Pepsi.
Totally different
and
thing.
If you don't have Pepsi, I'm
totally
never
different
going.
thing. Different
I
thing.
mean, people have.
That's a
business
different thing.
owners have
The
the right
sad
to
thing
choose.
about all of this is the fact that now we're losing sight of what is actually happening, whether you're vaccinated or not. We already know, and we're seeing it now. If you're vaccinated, and I get pissed off at the CDC and the messaging that we have received from Fauci. We were told, go get our vaccines. Oh, you won't get COVID. It was a lie. Oh, if you get the vaccines, you won't die. Well, we've had people who have been fully vaccinated who have passed away with conditions. Maybe there's a little bit of proof that shows that our sickness won't be as bad if we get it once we're fully vaccinated. But guess what? It doesn't matter if you're unvaccinated or not. Unvaccinated people are not getting vaccinated people any sicker or spreading it than vaccinated people are. Those are just facts. That's what's happening. And we were lied to. And now we're told, well, the virus is changing, so we're just trying to keep up. What we told you before was right then, but now we have a different message. Really? Well, guess what? It's going to continue to change. And that's very concerning. And then what it does is it divides. Should you, as an American, have the freedom to do whatever you want with your business? Yes. And you should also have the ability and freedom to lose business. And I think you will. But you also have several studies that show that if people have been vaccinated, they're all for other people being vaccinated, and it's like a club.
Let me.
Where I went and did
I
it, and you're not. Well, then I should. I should get. I'm just telling you, Eric. It's what's going on.
Because you have, and there is precedence. People who were asleep, and I'll use that word.
Because it is a pandemic still.
Commercialism. You can't be asleep on anything right now. If you think that it's a commercial business's right to do whatever they want, you are correct. But as soon as it gets into the normal state, it is going to be here forever. And that one little flip of a switch is very close. Tabitha, you might have to have a vaccination card to do anything if you don't stand up right now and rebel
well, you
and
rebel
backlash.
by not going. You rebel by not.
What happens when the
spending your money
airlines
at
do
those
it?
places.
When the airlines do it, and all of a sudden
Then you
Six
don't
Flags
fly.
Over America
Then you
does
don't
it,
go to Six
Eric,
Flags.
don't think for a
wow,
second.
then you're going to be in your home a lot.
I might be.
But Eric,
You better have a nice pool.
I'm telling you
I
guys
do.
right now, it's only a matter of time, in my opinion. And I may be ripped off the Facebook page and our call line, but I honest to God believe in being and doing news stories every day and seeing national stuff that comes down. I only think it's a matter of time before a national vaccine mandate
Oh, no question.
hits this country. Now, I don't think it's soon, and I argue with people about that because
It'll
there's so
happen.
many
Well,
problems.
then you
with
better
vaccine.
start making some noise
But
right now.
Eric,
It's going to happen to
a
the kids
national vaccine mandate is going to come at some point.
Yes.
I honest to God believe it.
Really?
I do
don't
too.
think, even if I choose to get the vaccine or have gotten it or haven't, whatever, I'm telling you right now, I think it's coming. I do. And I hate it.
Then you better start making some noise right now, because I'll tell you what, critical race theory was the same thing. A lot of parents were asleep for a long time, and it snuck its way in, and now they're starting to wake up. These people need to wake up and say, man, this mandate crap, it's over. There's no vaccine passport. That's over. And they need to start making their voices heard. Or else, guess what? There it is, and then you have no one to blame but yourself.
Eric Johnson, Chris and I, Tabitha Hassell, Vic Faust to Fox 2. The phone number 636-695-2915. Hey, you can join us on YouTube as well. The Morning Edge. We love it when you do that. We're back on. We're not grounded anymore, at least for the time being. Of course, you can always watch us on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. And we love it when you share the show. The show's been growing by leaps and bounds, and we love it. We appreciate it. And, of course, you've always got the chat line. We got to take a break. We're back with more right after this.
The new abnormal.
This place is a nut house.
The Edge Morning Show.
Mom, Ethan's in the tree again.
Ethan, get down.
Can I climb on the swing set instead?
Sounds like it's time to get all your adventure-seeking kids to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They'll soar on Thunderbird, race against each other on Cheetah Chase, the first launched water coaster, and get the thrills they love on all the wooden roller coasters. Get your family fun off the ground at holidayworld.com.
Free smoking! Free parking! Free sunscreen!
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. It's the final days to save up to $1,000 on select Sleep Number 360 Smart Beds and adjustable bases, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
An important message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative. During this unprecedented time in our world, we want to emphasize our commitment to continue delivering reliable power while keeping our members and employees safe. Our linemen are taking precautions to stay socially distanced. Other employees are working from home. Although we've adjusted our operations, we want you to know that we are still here and we will continue to keep the lights on. For more, visit quiver.com or call us at 1-800-392-3709. Quiver River Electric, a Touchtone Energy Cooperative.
Go camping in style with weekend or full week rentals from Jay's RV in Warrenton. Jay's RV has rentals that sleep 4, 6, or 10 people. They even offer delivery and setup on your campsite, so you don't need a truck to haul it. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned RV, or you want to rent an RV for the family get-together, Jay's RV in Warrenton is the place for you. Sales and service the way it should be. Online at jaysrvrepair.com.
Bentley's Marine and Electronics is open in Lake St. Louis and ready to serve you. Check out their marine section for boat accessories, marine audio, water floats and supplies. Upgrade your vehicle with a new stereo, amp, speakers, reverse camera, remote start, and more. And don't forget the home theater. Shop local with confidence and let Bentley's Marine and Electronics show you that they meet or beat the big box stores. On Lake St. Louis Boulevard across from Denny's. Online at bentleys.electronics.com and on Facebook at Bentley's Marine and Electronics.
Hi, this is Curtis Parks. I'm the owner of Complete Auto Body and Repair. Now that things are back up and the vaccines are out, we are ready to get back to work. The kids are home, and I'm sure you're ready to go back to work too. We are hiring all positions. We are looking for everyone and anyone that wants to make life better for themselves, and we want you now. CompleteAB.com is where you apply. CompleteAB.com. Join the complete experience. No more sitting at home. Let's get back to work. If it's not perfect, it's not complete. Others can't compete with Complete Auto Body.
Dad, and service.
Oh yeah, and service.
He fixes cars.
You want a great job, and you want it now. Steel and Pipe in Jonesburg is hiring warehouse specialists right now for second and third shifts. Get great pay and awesome benefits like production bonuses, 401k with employer match, and paid holidays, plus medical, dental, vision, and supplementary insurance. Find out more and apply online at steelandpipe.com. Steel and Pipe in Jonesburg is looking for the right people right now. Apply in person or online at steelandpipe.com.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We appreciate you listening here on The Edge. Eric Johnson's here, Chris Knight. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. We didn't have a chance to talk about it on air. Tabitha's so pissed off at Eric, she left the studio.
Bye.
She just left.
Don't forget to write.
She said, F you, Eric. She slapped him and she ran out of the studio.
Well, she slapped my knee. She couldn't reach my face.
Oh, my God. Actually, we didn't have Tabitha put it on the Facebook Live. She's got to go to her other business, so she had to leave a little bit early today. So she jumped out. Her and Eric were talking so much back and forth that we didn't get a chance to get into a couple of the topics that we wanted to with her, but I promise you tomorrow we will be talking about the shortages in products that she's done some research on that you all should know about, because it is very, very, very concerning what's happening in our country. All started because of COVID and products not being made that, hey, we get used to this wonderful life that we have in America where we have everything at our fingertips and at our disposal. Yeah, well, some things are going to be changing. We'll get into that. We'll also talk about the Capitol Police situation tomorrow. Tabitha wanted to be here for that because you now have, and dive in a little bit further, but in the last month, 4 Capitol officers that were there the day.
Yep.
Committed suicide. Is that not strange?
Were they suicided? I don't understand these stories.
Yeah, I know. That's what we'll let Tabitha talk about that. But four.
They know something that maybe the public shouldn't know?
Yeah. So we'll get into more of that tomorrow as well. Coming up today, this meeting just started. The court was supposed to take care of this once and for all. St. Louis County Court, the mask mandate. Eric Schmidt, the Missouri Attorney General, state's top attorney, trying to officially end the mask mandate, even though he says, and Missouri Governor Mike Parson has said, and St. Louis County Council has said, there has been no mask mandate in place. County Executive Sam Page has said day after day, there is a mandate in place. So this basically, despite it being in limbo, would officially end it or continue it. And this is what Eric Schmidt wanted, because over the weekend, a federal judge said, get your lawsuit out of here. HB 271 is clear. This is state law. This is not a federal deal. Take it back to the court where it came from.
Let me tell you why.
And that's where they're at today. So that started right now.
It's awesome.
At 9:30. But what really changes, hey, there's no mask mandate. Then Sam Page comes out and says, well, numbers are high. This is what's going on.
And they are.
I'm just trying to protect you. And Dr. Khan really was physically assaulted, even though video shows that he wasn't. And police last night went before county council and testified that they were with him the entire time. Nothing happened to Dr. Khan when he was there, despite Dr. Khan, after the meeting, refusing to go and stating, well, what happened to me happened to me. It's a shame that I have to go through all of this.
Bye. I'm sick of the incompetence.
You can say bye, but nobody's going anywhere.
No, I'm just saying, don't forget that. No, let me tell you why I'm right about this whole thing and Tabitha's wrong. Look, Tim.
About what?
About rising up to businesses and saying, don't shut down, don't do this mandate crap. He's going from Tim Fitch, the leader of the city council over there.
No, he's not the leader.
Well, he's a leader of the city council.
He's a St. Louis County councilman.
Okay. He's going from city to city to city saying, hey, I'm over here. I'm representing the council.
Ritter Days is the leader.
Okay. I am telling you now, don't implement a mask mandate. We voted it down. It's legal. You don't have to do this. He is fighting for us. He is fighting for us, Vic. That's all. Tabitha wouldn't be fighting for us. It is.
Yes, she.
No, she wouldn't. It is a business's right. Okay? It is a business's right. I get it. It is not. But if a business is feeling pressure from a Dr. Sam Page to mask mandate or to do that, to have political favor or because they feel politically sensitive to the issue, that's a problem. You're not making because a business makes more money when they're unimpeded to their customers. Correct. So that makes no sense. And when Tabitha says that the public shouldn't outrage over these mandates and these vaccinations that could be coming down the pike, I say you're wrong. That's the Republicans' way of thinking.
But you don't outrage against a business. You outrage against the government who's starting this crap.
You make it known that business over there.
Everything starts at the top.
Where's the top? Which one? Where's the top?
Where the quote mandates come from.
That would be
whether
Sam
it's your
Page.
County government, whether it's the CDC, whether it's the state that you live in Illinois. A lot of people upset with what they hear from J.B. Pritzker.
Yeah.
That's where it goes.
There's a difference between a legally
but a business
authorized.
should always have a choice of what they want to do and then face consequences or face success.
And dude, you just made my point, because I think the consequences is a public outrage. I will never go to, and I'll use Napoli, even though they're not doing this. I'm never going to Napoli again. Me neither. Did you hear they're doing this vaccine thing? Did you hear they're making?
And if they go do stuff, then they're going to lose business.
And they will figure that out. It might take a day. It might take a week. It might take a month where they go, screw it, we're done.
Well, that doesn't. If you go over to Illinois, we had a Facebook Messenger earlier here to talk about. He's in Mount Vernon today, and dealing with a customer who said their business has gone through the roof since they were able to get rid of the mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's what nobody wants to go in. And Eric, I think it's safe to say 99% of businesses do not want to have any sort of vaccination status or mask or anything of that nature if it's not being put in place by somebody above them.
Right.
Going out on their own.
And
because then they know that they could possibly lose business.
To me, in my heart, there's nothing worse than a business that is virtue signaling masks and vaccinations because it's not mandated. It's not a thing. There's no law in the book that says you would have to do this now in St. Louis County. And St. Louis County,
Let
I've seen.
businesses know. If you don't like it,
Exactly.
let
That's
them
what I
know.
was saying.
Yeah.
How
that's
can
fine.
Tabitha look?
Because
I love
guess what?
Tabitha,
but my God, please.
There's no rules on the business situation. If you want to go somewhere, go. If you don't. It's your prerogative to do what you want, just like it's the business's prerogative to do what they want.
Yes.
Let the chips fall where they may. If business goes down and they go out of business, they'll think twice.
I don't
twice.
think you could have said it better. I don't think I could have said it better than what you just said. It's that the public needs to be in. Look, I'm going to bottom line this whole thing. The public needs to be involved in everything right now. It is literally like a ship that is going into a storm. The captain says, batten down the hatches, all hands on deck. That's what is needed. Critical race theory, your school masking, public masking, commercial masking, anything right now that is in the border situation, taxes, $3.5 trillion in spending. This is an all hands on deck as far as you being an American citizen right now. And if Napoli just happens to put something out there, you better have that community in an uproar because that's the only way that will save it.
Well, Eric, as I told you, it's only a matter of time before vaccines are federally mandated. I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time. And then what do we just have coming down now? Breaking news. New York City just mandated COVID vaccine proof to enter indoor restaurants, venues, and gyms.
Wow. Are we psychic?
Well, I know. We're always ahead of the game on this
Are we
show.
psychic?
We are. But we've been that way for a year and a half. That's why I love the show, and not to sound arrogant or cocky, but we think we do what nobody else does. We talk about all the issues, every side of the issue, and that's why we welcome everybody to the show. Now, and of course, educate us if we need to be educated. We love it. Okay. New Yorkers will now need to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination to enter. I mean, think about the ramifications of this and how serious it is. To enter indoor businesses such as restaurants, entertainment venues, gyms, that coming from Mayor Bill de Blasio. To gain entry to any of these establishments in New York City, New Yorkers will have to either present their paper COVID-19 vaccination card, the state-run pass, the Excelsior Pass, or the city's vaccine passport app. Not even
passport.
Not even a COVID-19 negative test. This is called
brutal.
The key to the NYC Pass. It's going to be rolled out August 16th and enforced by the city. That will start September 13th. The mayor says, de Blasio, we've seen him around sticking up for Andrew Cuomo, of course. This is crucial because we know it will encourage more vaccinations. Nothing about how it's helping. He says that it's going to stop the Delta variant. Okay, we already know that that's not true because it doesn't stop the Delta variant because if we're fully vaccinated, we're still getting the Delta variant. We have to do something different if we want to make an impact.
So it's like a vice grip, right? It's like a vice grip. We're in a vice grip right now. Your head right now is in this grip. It's not very tight right now. It's not very tight.
And that will be the lead story all over the news today.
What about tonight on your show?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be in our show.
Okay.
It'll be in our first block. I guarantee it.
It's like a frog being in boiling water. It starts off ice cold, and then you put the heat on, and before you know it, you're done. That's where we're at right now. New York City has just launched what we have been talking about this entire second half of the show. And this is what I'm talking about. You better stand up or you're going to have an mRNA vaccine in your arm.
Yeah, but you've got some of that stuff here too, though, Eric. I mean, from the Facebook line, doesn't Guitar Center require a mask? If so, we should boycott Guitar Center. Nobody should go to Guitar Center.
Oh, I let him have my 2 cents.
But you still went in.
It's a monopoly.
All right. That's what we're talking about.
It's a monopoly. Napoli's not a monopoly. You could always go to Brett Holes out here in Wentzville. But
no,
it's going to start coming on slow.
No, you don't.
It's going to
because
come on
they treated St. Louis people like total crap. Remember the story?
I know. I've been
My
there.
friend was treated like total crap when he went to Brett Holes. And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to rip him. They were told, go back to St. Louis County if you don't like waiting, because they were told their table would be ready in 20 minutes, and an hour later, Yeah, well, too bad. What do you think you're going to get? I mean, just total rude. Rude. Maybe it was one guy that was just having a bad night, but that's what happened out of Brett Holes.
It's crazy. We've been talking. We are psychic. This show is psychic because in my phone, I look down and there are 6 alerts saying New York is just implemented or is implementing this passport situation. It is crazy. I'm telling you, man, it's like flying a plane. If you see a mountain in the distance, you better start to make corrections so that you don't fly into the damn mountain 1 foot before you get there. You need to pull up, push up, and fly away from the mountain quickly. And that's where we're at right now.
There's nothing you can do, Eric. I mean,
there's nothing you can do?
Yeah, from the Facebook Live.
Fitch did a good damn job doing something.
Eric, that's because they have power. They have power. They were able to work in St. Louis County.
Well, that was enough to defeat that, don't you think?
For the time being.
Okay.
But, Eric, you live in a state where there's a Republican governor who is for the vaccine, but for everybody doing what's best for them at the local level. The state's top attorney happens to be a Republican who is for vaccine, but for choice as well.
Yes. And that's how it should be.
You have a county executive in St. Louis who is the opposite. And then you have county council, which we're like, wait a second, where all of a sudden we have this incredible mix of Republicans and Democrats, men and women, white and black working together like nobody else in America. So, yeah, it's bizarre what's happening in the state and in the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
But you can't stop some of these things that are happening from a national standpoint.
And then you have a health director that's a liar.
Well, video and cops are basically undercutting what he said. And it certainly looks like he lied. There's absolutely no doubt. But once again, also, and I'm glad Glenn Thompson brought this up, Walensky, the CDC director, she came out yesterday and said there wouldn't be a national vaccine mandate. I don't believe her. I think she's talking about now. I don't believe her.
I do. I think that you have California and
you don't think that there's going to be a national vaccine mandate.
I'm wondering. I tell you what, I can't put 2 and 2 together anymore. I think that you're looking at California and New York as these little beakers of testing things. And if it works in the biggest cities in the country, well, why wouldn't it work in St. Louis? Why wouldn't it work in Austin, Texas? And then you're just walking up a ladder. That's all you're really doing. And you're making people try to feel stupid for not wearing a mask or not getting a vaccine. And then the people that do question, all of a sudden, boom! I want to go to Puerto Vallarta.
It's coming.
Fantastic.
Dude.
American Airlines won't let you on the plane. I want to go see my grandma in Seattle. Yeah, that's fantastic. Are you driving? No, I'm not. I would like to get on a plane. No, you can't. I mean, just little teeny things like that. Well, it looks like we're getting a vaccine because Nana isn't going to be living too much longer, so we got to go see her. You know what I mean? It's like the pressure is a vice grip. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it is.
The pressure doesn't hurt on the first twirl of the vice grip. It's the 10th twirl where you're like, I can't get out of this thing. I'm done.
By the way, somebody wanted to say that they've been to Brett Hole several times, and the food and service has been excellent.
Okay.
So,
I have too. I think it's good.
Yeah. It's just, like the positivity out there. Maybe they were, like I said, maybe they're having a bad night because when St. Louis was shut down, they were getting a lot of St. Louis County people coming over, and they didn't know how to handle it.
And do these clowns realize these leaders do they understand the country that they're leading? It's called the United States. You have free will, free choice to do what you want to do. If you have done your due diligence and say a physician who you've talked to says you've had COVID, you're probably got enough antibodies to kill COVID, where that thing does. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is that not enough for our government leaders? They got to be voted out. That's all that you can do.
When you actually take a moment, you sit back, and you look at all the messaging, and you look at what's happening with cases, those who are vaccinated, those who are unvaccinated, you look at deaths, you look at where it started.
Yes.
What we've been told from the get-go and what we're being told now, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. That's why you have to go, okay, let's take a step back here. We've been told the vaccine is going to protect us, and now we know that at most, the only thing the vaccine does is maybe keep some symptoms less. Lindsey Graham even said that yesterday. Lindsey Graham got COVID, fully vaccinated, and said, if I wouldn't have had the vaccine, I think my symptoms would have been worse.
Totally agree. I agree with that.
But okay, So
he's
then-
also 70 some odd years old.
So then what that's telling you is you need to, if you want to do it, you do it for yourself. But an unvaccinated person has no bearing on somebody who is vaccinated. So why push on the people who are unvaccinated as if they're hurting people who are vaccinated? They're not. If there was data or science that showed, then I could see a point. But they're not. The unvaccinated are not getting people who are vaccinated sick any more so than people who are vaccinated are.
Yeah.
And that is science. That is 100% true. And if you disagree, show the evidence because it's not there.
Yeah.
So, once again, that's the equivalent of telling somebody who's smoking, well, you should stop. Okay, are we telling people it's bad for them?
Yeah.
Okay, we can go away from them. Or if they drink too much, they're killing their liver. Okay, they want to do what they want to do to themselves. They're not hurting you. Show me how unvaccinated people are hurting vaccinated people in a scientific study. I would love to see it.
In theory,
Because everything has changed with this
just
vaccine.
in theoretical, you don't even need the study. Theoretical, it's not supposed to actually hurt you. It's the unvaccinated cat that's like, you know what, I'm walking around here fine.
Oh, my God. The scarlet letter on unvaccinated people. Really? Show me the data.
Right.
There is no data because now we see unvaccinated people are giving it to vaccinated people.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm not against the vaccine, but you cannot ever let anybody shame you if you don't get it. You should not be shamed at all. And you need to go and study this and show people stats.
So you have the woke?
Unvaccinated people are not causing problems.
No, they're not. And I have, for the life of me, can't understand why the government cares that much that we get a vaccination. I just can't, for the life of me, I don't understand it. That's what comes up with transparency. It's like, would you tell us the real reason that you want us vaccinated? What's the real reason? I mean, I have insurance. If I get sick, I'll go to the hospital and my insurance will pay for me being in COVID. Fine. Okay, cool. What's the real reason that you want this? I just want truthful answers. I don't think anybody in our chat line right now believes the government or anything that they say.
Oh,
they don't believe it.
From Josh, you can't believe the government is serious about COVID until they close the border. We talked about that yesterday. 100%. You can tell me all day long how much you love me, how much you care about me, how you're worried about my well-being.
Yeah.
Actions will show it. And until this government shuts the border and all of what is coming across when it comes to COVID, when it comes to the variant, it's a lie. It absolutely is a lie.
Dude, you make a great point.
I mean, seriously.
That is a
think
great
about
point.
it. Oh, we care about you. We want your mask. We're worried about you.
Yes.
I'm just tired of all the messaging that I listen to.
I didn't even think
for
about
8-9 hours a day because of my job and my business.
Yeah.
There's days where I hate the media and I don't want to be in it. Then there's days where I'm like, well, crap. If I'm the only person where I'm at that's trying to throw in the other side of the story so that we cover all sides, then maybe I should be here. But we need to cover every side of a story all the time.
Every time. You know, there's
let people decide.
I do wonder this, and it's bizarre because we had Governor Parson on this show. We said, remember I asked it, do you think the government is busing illegal immigrants to the state of Missouri? And he's like, don't know, actually, to tell you the truth. We don't deal with that. Don't you think if this was a transparent government that the Biden administration would make a phone call to Parson and say, hey, guys, just letting you know, we need to put these guys someplace. So we're putting them in Springfield, St. Louis, Kansas City, and Columbia. And Mike would go, you know what? You got to do what you got to do, and we'll welcome him. And then he would come on this show and said, yeah, that's actually happening. He doesn't have a clue. But there is a lot of people that think that illegal immigrants who might have COVID-19, a la the Delta variant, are here in St. Louis spreading this disease, where we might have had tapped this thing down 6 months ago.
Wait a second. From the Facebook line, somebody said they saw the white bus heading downtown yesterday.
Possible?
Yeah.
Why is that not
Dark
possible?
windows, white bus. I don't know. It would be interesting.
I mean, do you guys know about that? I mean, you would think that our local news crews would at least say, hey, there's a white bus coming down Highway 70.
If Governor Parson doesn't know,
Why would you know?
Yeah.
Well, call Elliot Davis immediately.
You got to stop going to Elliot.
It's amazing.
We got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're rocking and rolling on the edge like we do. We got one more segment.
I got to
left.
talk to Elliot.
If you want to give us a call, you have to do it quickly. 636-695-2915. You're listening to The Edge. Back right after this.
Wake up. The Edge Morning Show.
With round-the-clock protection at a great price, your Progressive policy works the way it's supposed to, unlike this unenthusiastic hype man.
Okay, everybody, let's make some noise. Put your hands up. Or not. It's your call. Here we go now. Here we go.
Switch to Progressive today.
It is electric in here.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Keep your resolution to quit cigarettes this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. I Quit Vapor carries the salt nicotine systems, their latest juice flavors, and all of their pod systems. Let their staff explain why the salt nicotine system is so effective in helping you to quit cigarettes for good. It has a much smoother delivery and allows you to adjust the amount of nicotine intake. I Quit Vapor is still your one-stop shop for everything vapor. Keep your quit cigarette resolution this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. Puff bars and disposables now available.
Hey, Dan Breen here for someone other than my kid's restaurant, and that's Brian Dawson Roofing. If you're renting, I'll give you permission to tune this out, unless you just like the sound of my voice. If you're a homeowner, business owner, or one of those rental property moguls, sooner or later you're going to need a reputable roofer. That's when you call Brian Dawson. I met Brian on a men's retreat a couple years ago. This man has the expertise and the integrity to take care of all your roofing needs. I've trusted Brian Dawson with my roofing needs. You should too.
John Lang here, owner of Mountaintop Motor Company. I was 25 when I started my company with 5 cars, and I knew one thing for sure, that I wasn't going to be like other car dealers. I had a clear intention to be truthful and honest with everyone, and that I would treat people the way I wanted to be treated. I would offer an excellent product at a great price. I wanted something I could stand behind and be proud of, in a place that made people feel comfortable and at ease. I absolutely wanted to aim higher.
Hey, listeners, it's Steve here at the radio station, and you should check out Mountaintop Motor Company, one of the area's coolest dealerships. It's like Western Lodge meets Midwest. Canoes from the ceiling, free beer, and friendly staff. The staff is laid back, not pushy at all, and they're knowledgeable. Mountaintop gets most of their trucks from out of state, so a lot are rust-free. They have lots of diesel trucks, custom trucks, work trucks, and just really clean trucks. They've got 1,000 5-star reviews. Now, these guys know how to make people happy. MountaintopMotors.com and on Facebook and Instagram.
Spectrum Glass is known for their quality work on windshields, but they do so much more. Spectrum Glass also specializes in residential, commercial, and automotive window tinting. Reduce the heat, reduce the fading, and increase your comfort with professional window tinting from Spectrum Glass. Serving St. Charles and surrounding counties since 1995, Spectrum Glass is still your premier company for windshield replacement. And with free mobile service, they come to you. 636-294-1800 on Facebook and SpectrumGlassOnline.com.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For indifferent customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Where's Eric? Oh, I didn't see him. We got a big... Okay. Tabitha wants to treat you like the passenger on United Airlines just was treated. Did you see what happened?
No,
he got unruly. You know,
Are you looking at me?
Tabitha says you get unruly. And they restrained him with duct tape to a seat.
I'd be all right with that as long as I got fed a few cocktails along the way.
Oh my God. We're gonna use duct tape and restrain you and put duct tape over your mouth.
I love Tabitha. I do. I think she's awesome. She's a great person. But my God, the girl's like a ventriloquist. She can talk out of both sides of her mouth at the exact same time. It's actually an art. It's an art form. And I do apologize for talking over her. That's not very gentlemanly, and that's rude. But I'm allergic. I can't take dumb talk. I can't take dumb talk.
Hey, Chris, we got some duct tape in the building.
I think I can go find some. I think I could do that.
Hey, I just saw the Facebook Live. Foo Fighters in town tonight.
Where?
Hollywood. River. Yeah, Hollywood.
Verizon Amphitheater. Riverport.
I
gotta see that.
Enjoy the weather
Come
this
on.
week, too. No, what a great night to go to a concert. Didn't we give away Foo Fighter tickets, Chris? I thought we were giving away Foo Fighter tickets.
Well, I think we did. We gave Black Crow tickets away as well.
I knew we gave I know we give a lot of stuff away, but Foo Fighters. Thanks again for listening today, everybody. Foo Fighters tonight.
I might have to run down there.
You got connections? You just go run down? Dude,
Did they sell
I'm
out?
the bassist with PRL. Let me in.
Yeah.
Give me my Dave Murray parking up near the stage.
Dave Murray parking. I'm not going to tell you the secret on how to get into that venue for free. I'm never going to tell you because it works every damn time. Maybe I'll tell you over cocktails.
All right.
At Napoli when we have our vaccination passports and Tabitha's outside.
Hey, everybody. Have an awesome day. Thanks again for listening to the Fastest 2 Hours of Morning Talk Radio. Love to get you through your days, or at least the start of it. We'll come back. We'll do it again tomorrow. By the way, Rodney Davis, Illinois congressman, who may be running for governor of Illinois, is going to join us Thursday at 8:15. Plus, we'll see who else comes through with what we have going on in the next 2 days. Have an awesome day. For Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassell, I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. We'll see you for Fox 2 News at 5 and 9.
Dan Bongino's up for some, and Shanny's up for others. Have a great day.